Hey guys, Spoon here with Logan, and we're going to be
Hey,
reviewing Memories of Reach. So, starting this off, we're going to be talking about the new arena map, Stasis. So, obviously, unless you are blind or something, which I don't even know if how you're playing Halo then, Stasis is a
or watching
remix
YouTube.
of Torque. So the other remixes like um Regret and Truth, other remixes like that, those have some sort of differences and whatnot stuff, but Stasis is Snowy Torque without a doubt. It has, more elevators and more some areas are more they're more elevated in the sense of they're up further than they used to be in their staircases. But basically, the look of it is Snowy Torque.
I'm gonna be
And
perfectly honest. If between the two, I prefer Stasis.
in the map there is a recon DMR with it's a DMR with the battle rifle scope. So it's a DMR for close range combat. And there's the brute plasma pistol, and the power weapons
Plasma
are
rifle.
rocket launcher and the overshield, I guess, if you can consider that a power slot or the power up. So basically, that is the main thing in this map. There's shotgun and hydra launcher with the brute plasma pistol or plasma rifle block. With the brute plasma rifle, it's interesting because it's more like a shield penetrator from up close. So this whole map is close range combat. There's no sniper, which I'm super happy about. I hate when they add snipers to all of the maps because they need a variation between close range and long range maps. So that's basically it. This is by far my favorite map, I think, except for Riptide. Riptide is my other favorite map. I really like Riptide, which is also a remix of Fathom. 343 and their stupid remixes.
Remixes for days.
Yeah. Anyways, they added matchmaking preference options. Balance, focus, and expanded. So balance is the one that we've been searching on all this time. Focused will search longer, but it's gonna search the best connectivity and skill. But expanded searches quicker, but it widens the search so you'll have lag. So that is interesting. Basically, no opinions on that. Mostly I've been searching on focus, just so no lag. Nothing to say about that.
I like the fact that you can do focus because you get more people, more your skill. Because it used to be more like you would load up a Slayer match and you'll be like ranked platinum and you'll have all noobs on your team. And then the other team's like all Onyx.
No, that
It was
still
fucking
happens,
stupid.
Logan. That still happens.
It's not as frequent. That's what I'm
It's
saying.
343.
It's not as frequent,
It's 343.
which is what I was saying.
Next is Forge. Forge has been updated. The main thing we're going to talk about is they've added a whole bunch of new things. We're not going to get specifically into that. But the most interesting thing is they've added block textures. So that's really good for making certain maps, because I know in Forge, I always complain about it. You could tell when it's a Forge map and then a 343 map. Of course, you can still tell that. But I think now Forge maps will definitely start to be better than 343 maps, which will be embarrassing. But
It's getting closer to the point where Forge will be better. I
Yep.
really like the effects. I just started exploring those. You can add some really nice touches to maps with those.
yeah. So we're just skimming by this because we have things to talk about at the end. We're leaving infection for the end. So Req Packs have been updated. Gold packs and silver packs have been updated. So silver packs and gold packs now give 3 permanent unlocks. The first 2 are guaranteed not to be an emblem. Oh my gosh, thank you, 343. Do you know how many
I think I've
times?
gotten more certificates ever in this past week of just Halo.
Do you know how many times I've opened 2 freaking opened the packs in the previously before they added this, and all I get is emblems. I don't want emblems. Seriously, 343. Who wants emblems? I mean, we still get emblems and boosts, but... and why did they put boosts in the packs? Why do I need to buy a pack to be able to buy more packs? Yeah, I'm gonna buy a Req Pack to level up faster. Or I'm gonna buy a Req Pack to buy Req Packs faster so I can buy a Req Pack to buy Req Pack. Like, seriously.
I
Why?
don't understand the XP boosts, because what does a level get you in this game?
Right. It gives you a number. And when you level up in Spartan rank, it gives you a pack. Which means those packs give you more boosts for leveling up and give you Req points, which means this is all a system of death. 343. Oh my god, why? I mean, it doesn't really bug me that much as I'm saying, but I just don't get it. I just don't. And they made it so you now get more rare or single-use cards. And I'm pretty sure they increased the chances of certificates for, like, gold packs and whatnot. Anyway, so before we get into Infection, they've revamped the post-Carnage report. Oh my gosh, talk about time. My gosh, even the beta had a better, like, post-game stats than the actual game did, so that's sort of what. They've added, like, recap options. It's just really cool. They've added the tool destruction, who killed you most, or who you killed most.
I just don't understand why it took them like 5 months to get this
and
out.
Killed by most, yeah. And the most important thing is the medals and the medal descriptions. That is the best addition, by far. And they've let you check your condemnations and progress in this menu too, and like scroll over and whatnot. So that
this game is almost sounding like a Halo game,
right? It's pulling together. Maybe
it's getting there.
Maybe this game will be finished by maybe
next year.
Yeah, October next year. Oh, they could have delayed it 1 year. Gee, man, I'm a genius. So, like, the monthly updates will stop in June, but I'm pretty sure will still update the game, because if they don't add doubles,
well,
ever,
I don't think they're just gonna stop updating it. Well, guys, it's June. See ya.
Well, it's 343, you know. And if they remove Grip Ball, like, permanently, I'm going to remove 343 CEO from this earth. So, yep. Might be a little bit morbid, but it's true. Anyways, without further ado, let's talk about Infection. So,
I love this Infection. I believe personally that this is better. This is what I thought Infection should have been back in Reach when I was playing it. Where you start with limited, like, very little ammo, and you actually have to work as a team to scavenge and try and survive, and it's very easy to die. I mean, like, I don't want to work with everybody, but I would rather, like, my fire team, I'm going to work with them more so than I did in Reach. Because you need to share ammunition.
Yeah. Reach,
or else you're gonna die.
Reach consisted of just surviving. Same with Halo 3. Halo 3's Infection was pretty slow. It's slow compared to this Infection, definitely, because the maps are a lot smaller. I do think they should bring back Infection on big team maps, especially, and give the infected, like, more speed. Maybe either sprint or increase the thruster back distance, but in Halo 3 it was a lot slower. In Reach it was more based on just surviving with assault rifle and pistol, which is perfectly fine. I think they should add a classic mode and a classic Infection mode to Halo 5, which is like Reach, which it's pistol and assault rifle, so you can satisfy, you know, those people. Halo 5's infection fits Halo 5 completely. Like,
Yeah, you cannot put this into Reach or Halo 4. It just would not work.
yeah, with how it is and how the maps are, this infection definitely depends more on the maps, where Reach's infection really consisted of staying with your team, being in some really cheap spot. This consists of scavenging on the map and whatnot, which is
And
really
there are
good.
still some really cheap spots.
Right. Into the smaller infection editions, they've made an aura around the infected and changed their sword. So I like that of how the infected are like green, more like zombie sort of thing. I like that instead of them just being Spartans with a really bright energy sword. It makes it more like dark green and whatnot. And they've
I
added
really like the aura too.
yeah, they've added
But-
campaign music to Infection, and they've just overall made the immersion for Infection compared to the other modes like good. So I like that a lot. They've spent time on that, adding the music, adding just darker maps, adding the fog.
This is the first game mode that I tip my hat to 343. They did a good job with this one.
Yeah.
It's not a copy of another game mode from another Halo.
Right. In this update for like the later the day they released this update, they had a Memories of Reach limited time pack. And do you want to know how much it costs? 120,000 Req points or $15. And you might be like, oh, you can play, a few games, whatnot, and get that. But you have to buy it 4 times to get the full set. Oh, you wanted Emil's helmet and his armor. Oh, I guess gonna have to buy it 4 times. When? Yeah,
Or
be
get
paying
lucky.
Freaking 24,000 points or $30. That's half the game for a freaking helmet. Literally. What? People who buy this are insane. So you're gonna be spending half of the game, half of the full price of this game. You're gonna be spending $30 on helmets and stuff for Warzone. What the heck? I want the full game for that price. I want all the unlocks for $30. I don't want no freaking, oh, you can pay, half the game for a helmet. Like, what? No. And my friend told me that you're gonna have to play something like 100 and something games of Infection to buy this pack. And that's only like 1/4 of the set. Thanks, 343.
Only.
Thanks, 343. You are definitely keeping your fan base here. I'm definitely gonna save up for this pack, because it's possible, right? I'm totally not being sarcastic or whatnot. And
Well, we just have to go play like 300 games of Warzone Assault.
yeah, there's more smaller features which we're not gonna actually go into because who cares about them? They've updated the plasma caster. Oh, I almost forgot. They fixed the speed boost. Who thought it would be a good idea to be like, you know what? Because of science, if you're moving at a quicker speed and you're gonna Spartan charge someone, therefore you should not. What? No, this is a game. You literally changed a gameplay feature. It doesn't matter about no science. It matters about the gameplay features. And if you're gonna
If you want to talk about science, why
If you're
doesn't
gonna
the Spartan
have-
charge damaged vehicles but can go through concrete?
right, and if you're gonna have freaking
Science
speed
that!
boost freaking be a one-hit kill, it's just freaking mind-boggling. My gosh. Now the plasma caster is fixed, or it's not fixed. It's been like increased damage-wise, and it has less arc. So that's interesting. The Hydra launcher has reduced recoil and increased area of effect. That is most of the changes. They've fixed campaign. I don't know why I'm saying fixed. They've tweaked campaign, so it's just different. So Yeah, that's interesting. Oh wow. So we were wrong. Warzone Turbo is not on here. So, which therefore means, technically, the social playlist for this week is Infection. Because Team Arena Summer Preview isn't social. So that means, with this idea, they're gonna be removing a game mode soon. Either that being Infection or Grip Ball. Probably Infection because it has the featured thing, but you know, it's 343.
If
We
it's
don't add
infection, I'm going to fucking riot.
game modes.
If it's Griffball, I'll riot.
We don't add game modes. We remove them. 343 Studios. Goodbye. Until next time. Tune in Wednesday to see part 2 of Legend of Halo. Goodbye.